back to my channel. So today I'm going to go ahead and break down my October paycheck number 2, plus that will be followed by my $5 challenge, my change jar, and my $1 challenge. So if that's your jam, stay tuned for that. I'll see you guys in a bit. Okay guys, and I am back. So let's go ahead and get started. As always, rent gets $225, insurance gets $48. So it's $48 because it's half of $96. My actual bill is like $95 and some change, so I just rounded up. Then T-Mobile gets $45, IRS gets $27, Spectrum gets $18, car payment gets $114. Car gas is actually getting $60 because gas went up. Subscriptions gets $0 because it was funded in the first paycheck breakdown. Groceries and house gets $30. Pets get $40. And then spending fund gets $100. Okay, so my iPad is totally dead, so I'm just gonna use a regular calculator. So let's see this total. So that's 707. That feels off for some reason, but I'm gonna go with it for right now. So 707. So those are my fixed expenses. I'm gonna go ahead and move on to my sinking funds. Okay, so car maintenance gets $30. IMDb Pro gets nothing because it was funded in the first paycheck. SAG dues gets $20. Health insurance gets $29. Doctor Meds gets $40. Brendan Fund gets $15. Acting stuff gets $50, which I might actually need because I have to do publicity for Vida on the 27th. And although they're gonna pay me for doing the publicity event, I don't know if I'm gonna get the money before or after, because if I got it before, then I can pay for hair and makeup and I can pay for whatever I'm wearing. But if I get it after, then that's gonna come out of my own pocket. That's gonna set me back a little bit. Anyways, emergency pet fund gets $60, and then debt snowball gets $100. So the total for this one is so $344. And then the grand total is plus 707 equals to 1051. I don't know how I got that number because my income is 1043 and then I had to add $10 because of the gas fund. Well, I guess we'll figure it out once I actually count out the money. It's very late and I've been sick all day. I have like stomach issues and I wasn't able to go into work today for my second shift. I went in for the first one and I've just been very, very stressed and have had some personal issues, and I think that stress just really got to me and it developed into massive stomach issues. So I'm doing this at 11 o'clock at night and I don't know, I think I did the math wrong or something, but we'll figure it out with the money. But for right now, we'll leave it like this and I'll correct it once I figure out what happened. So I will be right back with my $5 challenge, my $1 challenge, my change jar, and my cash envelopes. I'll see you guys in a bit. Okay guys, and I am back. So the first thing I'm gonna do is fill up my change jar, and I have a little bit of change. I don't think I have a whole lot this time. Yep, not a lot of change today. But I mean, you guys, it's pretty full. I mean, almost. I don't know how I'm gonna count this on camera. Like, I'll probably have to like roll it up before I count it. We'll see. And then we're gonna go ahead and do the $5 and $1 challenge from the ones that I actually take out cash from. So gas, it was completely depleted because I had to fill up my tank again actually. So the $60 that are going in here, 50 of it is gonna be reimbursed back to me because I had to fill up the tank again after the 50 was used. Since gas went up and I've been hiking a lot, I've been using a lot more gas than normal. So anyways, so that has nothing in it. And then groceries and household, I think, was completely depleted as well. Let's see. Yep, it was. Then pets, then spending fund. And spending fund, I definitely have some cash. So we're going to put this 5 aside, and then these ones are going to go to the side as well. So there we go, guys. That's it for that. And those will be counted at the end with my sinking funds. So rent gets $225. So that is 1, 2, 20, and 5. And I think I have part of it in here because it's due. Okay, yeah. I mean, it's not due yet, but it's going to be due in 15 days, 16 days. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 20, 40, 5, and 50. Then IRS gets 27, so that's 25, 26, 27, 25, 26, 27, and I believe I have to deposit that like soon. Oh no, I have to deposit this, and this is for next month. What? Okay, so this is due in 2 days, so I need to deposit it tomorrow. So that's 20, 40, 5, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54. This is gonna go off to the side because I'm gonna deposit that, and then the 27 that I just counted out will go in here. Then Esurance gets 48, so that's 20, 45, 48. So 20, 45, 46, 47, and 48. And that was paid out. Then we have Spectrum, and Spectrum gets 18. So that's 10, 15, 16, 17, and 18. And this was paid out. Then we have T-Mobile, and T-Mobile gets 45. 20, 40, and 5. And this was paid out as well. Then we have subscriptions, and subscriptions gets nothing because it gets paid out with paycheck number 1. Then car payment gets 114. I mean 114. So that's 1, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. And that should have the other part. So that's 1, 2, 10, 20, 1, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. So 227. And this is for November. Then gas gets 60. 20, 40, and 60. Then we have groceries and household, and that gets 30. So that's 20 and 30. This envelope has seen better days. I'm gonna have to laminate it again. And then spending fund gets 100. 20, 40, 60, 80, and 100. And this is definitely going to get spent. I'm going to try to not spend as much, but I am going to Paris this weekend with my friend Yuli, and I'll talk about it a little bit more at the end of this video. So there you have it, guys. These are my fixed expenses. I'm going to go ahead and move on to my sinking funds, which are definitely filled with cash. I'm gonna have to put some of this in my Ally account. Oh, and somebody asked me what I did with the money that I put off for insurance, I think, like the extra money, if I'm not mistaken, and that money went into my debt snowball, if that's the question you were asking. I think I was a little bit confused. I wasn't sure if you were talking about car maintenance. Car maintenance, the money that I had for this went into my Ally account. So car maintenance, this is really hard to keep. So I'm gonna put these off to the side. Okay, so car maintenance gets $30. So it's 20, 30. So that's 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. So 180 in this one. And I believe what I have in my account is 360 because I had taken out 90 for something to do with my old car. I can't remember what it was. And then actually, yeah, so I took out 90 and then I just took out 127 because I had to pay the registration on that car, which I sold, but the girl is giving it to me in payments and she just tacked that on to the payments, which was 127. So that 127 will be replaced as soon as she's done paying me, which should be by like November. Then we have IMDb Pro, which doesn't get any cash from this paycheck. Then we have SAG dues, and that's 20. And this is coming up at the end of this month, so we'll see how much I owe. So that's 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 40. So I have 240 in this envelope, and I'm hoping that it will be enough for my dues. Then we have health insurance, and health insurance gets 29. So that's 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. So that's 20, 40, 60, 70, 5, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87. So $87 is what I have in this envelope. Then medical and med copays, it's definitely been dug into because I've been going to a psychiatrist, to a therapist, and I've had to get medication. So it's a good thing I've made it into $80 a month. So this gets 40, so it's 20, 30, and 40. 20, 30, 40. So this one now has 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 10, 25. So 125. Then Bren Fund, Bren Birthday Anniversary gets 15. 10, 15. $20, $40, $50, $60, $70, $80, $90, $100, $10, $20, $30, $40, $55, $56, $57, $58. So $158 is in this account, which is basically Christmas. Then we have Pet Emergency Fund, and that gets $60. So that's 50 and 60. 55, 60. So this now has 50, well, let me put this off to the side. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 200, 20, 40, 60, 80, 300, 20, 40, 60, 80, 420, so 450, 60, 70, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90. So wait, is it 550? It's late, guys, and I took my medication. One of them is Klonopin, which makes me sleepy. So Pardon me. So I'm going to put off the 50 because they're not going to get confused. So 20, 40, 60, 80, 120, 40, 60, 80, 220, 40, 60, 80, 320, 40, 60, 80, 400, 450, 470, 80, 90, 500, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 510 is in this fund, which I really want to use for their teeth cleaning, but then I'm afraid that one of them is going to get sick and then I won't have this money. And I might just put this in the bank. I have that card that my husband and I opened a joint account and we still don't put a lot of money in there. So I might just keep this in there because this is getting a little full and that's a lot of cash to have on hand. Okay, so then we have acting stuff, which gets $50. And I dug into this account because I had some stuff that came up and I had to get a mani and a pedi for it. So yeah, that event is on Thursday and it's like a Vida thing and it's like cocktail attire. So it's a whole thing. So this is 50, 60, 70, 80. So I have 80 in this fund. And finally I have Debt Snowball and my Debt Snowball gets $100. Well, and I have an extra $2. So this is gonna go with the Debt Snowball. Okay, so these are my sinking funds. Now I'm gonna go ahead and move on to the $5 challenge. Okay, so $5 challenge. So today I only have one $5 bill. Oh, well, I should count this. It's a lot. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 200. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75. So $275 is what I have in my $5 bill challenge. Okay, and now I'm actually just going to count the $1 bills because I have to do it in an envelope. The jar was not working. So I'm adding these. Oh, I didn't even count how many I had. It's fine. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34. $34. Hey, that's not bad for, you know, starting not so long ago. So $34 in my $1 challenge. And that is it, you guys. So these are my sinking funds, which as you can see, have a lot of cash in them. And then these are my fixed expenses. So anyways, I will be right back. Hi guys, and I am back. So there you have it. That is my October paycheck number 2, my $5 challenge, my $1 challenge, and my change jar. So I hope you enjoyed that. So I wanted to talk a little bit about my debt. So all of my credit cards have been paid off, except for my Quicksilver, which is the one that I'm using in order to help build up my credit. So I put a few of my bills, or actually most of my bills, on that card. And then at the end of the month, I just pay it with the money that I have in my envelopes. So that's helping me maintain my credit, and it keeps
keeps going up. So like right now, like it's raised like 11 points just in the past couple of months because I've been doing that. Now my next goal with that is to actually divide the bills and put a little bit on each credit card and then pay it off, obviously, with the money that I have on the envelopes. And I think that that will definitely help me a lot more with my credit, because that is one of the reasons why I started this journey, because my credit was absolutely awful. And, you know, I spoke about it in my first video that I did about how I didn't learn how to really, you know, save money or how to maintain money. Like, you know, my parents were paycheck to paycheck, and it was just not a very good example as to how to deal with money. And also my credit was used by my parents because they had awful credit. So by the time I turned 18, there was a bunch of credit cards that had already been opened under my name. And there's a few that I opened myself, but my credit took a really big hit because of that. And I don't think my parents realized the lasting effect that would have on me, but I don't blame them. You know, they were barely making it, they were scraping by, and it was just not great. So that is one of the reasons why I started this journey, because I wanted to learn a better way to use my money, because I was blowing through it really quickly. And even though I was making decent money, more money than I had ever made in my life, at the end of the year, I would have nothing to show for it. Like, I would struggle by the end of the year. And I knew that some of that was bad habits. I also knew that some of that was because I was lending my family money that I kind of knew I was never going to get back. So, you know, there was a lot of factors in it. And I just knew that I had to, one, own up to the stuff that I was doing personally, because I was no longer living with my parents, and any damage that they had done had been in the, you know, previous. But then I had done a lot of damage on my own. And that was part of, like, I just didn't learn how to deal with money. So anyways, going back to debt, sorry, I go off in tangents. Obviously, if you've watched this channel for a while, you know that that happens a lot because I'm like super chatty. So I had been paying down my debt for the IRS and for the car that I got back in April. So my mother-in-law, as you all know if you've watched this channel, ended up offering to buy me the car cash, which was like $15,500, and then she gifted me half of the amount, and then I have to pay her the other half of the amount. So that's what I'm currently doing. As of right now, I've knocked off about $1,400 to $1,500 of that. But then when the car that I used to have gets paid back to me, I'm gonna get $2,600 for it. Then that's gonna go to her. And then I'm working on Vida starting October 31st. So I'm gonna make some really decent money. I mean, after taxes and all of that, maybe not as great, but some decent money on paper. I'm gonna give her a lot more as well. So I'm hoping to have that paid off by the end of the year. If all goes well, cross your fingers, I will have that paid off. Now my IRS, I had gotten it down to $900 from the original like $3,000, but previous to that I had paid some because it was like originally like $7,000 to $10,000. I can't remember the number exactly, but I got it, you know, then I got it to $3,000, and then I got it to $900. Well, that just changed. You know, not only is the $900 earning a lot of interest, but I got hit with another bill. And that's because last year, my husband and I signed up for Covered California. And at the time, neither of us was really working. I was on unemployment, and he had just moved here, and he works based off of commission, and he hadn't really started his business yet. So we found a broker, and that broker told us that he could put us on the best insurance for really, really cheap. And I was weary about it because I was like, well, what happens when we both start making money? Because I know we're gonna make money eventually, like maybe not right this moment, but eventually I'll like get something on a TV show and he'll get his business going here. And he's like, no, it won't affect you at all. So we both needed health insurance. At the time I was pregnant. I have mentioned previously that I had a miscarriage, but at the time I was pregnant and we were kind of worried about what we were gonna do, and I hadn't qualified for my SAG insurance at that point. So we signed up, and the guy said that it would really have no effect on us, especially if we could get off of it by a certain point. So my husband and I were on Kaiser, and we had a really, really good rate. Like literally, I think I would give $5 copay. And that was from March. It was in January. No, sorry, that was from February because I had my miscarriage in February. So that was from February to June. And then my SAG insurance kicked in July. So we got off of it. And then I went to go get my taxes done. And it was fine. I was getting money back, nothing bad. And then I got a letter from the IRS that I owed them $2,300. And then it was currently gaining interest plus the $900, which brought me back to what? I don't know. I can't do that math. 2,300 plus 900, that's $3,300. My gosh. Anyways, so that really, it felt like a punch in the gut because I had gotten it down so much and it was just awful. I really freaked out. And it was because, first of all, we hadn't signed up in the beginning of the year. So we were penalized for that. And then second of all, because we were on their cheapest plan, but also the best plan at Kaiser from February through June. And we have to pay that back. Now, my husband got an extension, but he's an independent contractor, so I don't know how it's going to affect him, but it really affected me. So those are some of my updates on my debt. I'm trying to figure out how to best attack that because I'm saving $200 a month for my debt snowball. And I'm currently paying $54 a month on the IRS, plus I would throw whatever extra on my debt snowball, which would make it $254 a month. But I'm trying to figure out a way to, I don't know, maybe earn more income. I know one of the ways I can earn more income is by doing my Etsy envelopes, which I really haven't had time to upload, but I'm gonna try and upload because I really need that extra cash and basically be better about my YouTube, because if I'm consistently uploading and you guys are watching and and watching some of the ads that come up, that'll really help me. And I did get my license to be a notary public, so I'm going to really try and push that business. I hadn't been able to because I was working at the studio, working at the Gap, and that was taking up a lot of my time, plus doing YouTube. So I haven't been able to invest any time in my notary public business, which I can tap into now. So that would be really great for me. So I'm trying to earn more income. Now, Vida is going to help, but generally what happens with Vida is that I put it aside, and then if for some reason I'm not making any money at all, then I tap into that fund in order to supplement my monthly income. But I may just have to bite the bullet and get that money and just pay off the debt straight out and maybe not have a Vida fund, but at least I know that I won't have any of that debt. Now, I know I wanted to use some of that debt to pay off the car, but my mother-in-law is in no hurry for me to pay it off, and I am not building any interest. I'm giving her, $227 monthly, so I'm making a decent dent since I'm not, incurring any interest. So yeah, I'm trying to decide that. I'm trying to figure out what is the best approach, because that IRS thing has been really hanging over my head for a while, and that's one of my biggest debts right now. So if you have any recommendations, please comment below. And now for fun stuff. My friend Yuli, who I've mentioned several times, and you've met him in one of my What I Spent This Week videos, I've been having a very hard time. There's things that are going on that I'm not comfortable sharing yet, or maybe ever. I'm pretty open with you guys, but it's just something that I'm not ready to share or really want to share. But anyways, my friend Yuli, who is a flight attendant, and I'm his primary friend this year, he told me he was going to take me out on a trip to, make me happy. And he decided to take me to one of my favorite cities in the world, and that's Paris. So I'm flying out tomorrow to Chicago to meet him, and that's free. And then from Chicago to Paris, we're flying first class. Because he's using this pass that he has and that he gets to use. So it basically makes our first class trip $91 round trip. I know, this is crazy. I'm not paying for it off the bat. He's gonna put everything on his credit card because he loves earning points, and then I'm gonna pay him back whatever we spend over there and, the flight. We've got a hotel, and I think the hotel ended up being like $234 because we land in Paris on Saturday Saturday morning, and then we come back Monday morning. So it's only 2 days in Paris, really. And so we got the hotel, so I'll owe him half of that. And then basically we're just gonna walk around and wander around. And that's why I have this, because I got $100 in euros just to have some money. I'm also taking my money, my spending fund, and that, I don't know if I'm gonna exchange it or not over there. I may, depending on their exchange rate, because this I got at Chase here, and it was basically I had to pay 118 in order to get their dollar. So I'm leaving tomorrow morning. I'm gonna try and film it, but again, when I go on these trips, I sort of forget to film stuff because I'm just having such a great time, and I'm just taking it in and stuff. So we'll see. I'll get some footage, but it may not be a whole lot. But yeah, that's what's happening. So I'm like fully packed and I'm ready to go, and I'm super excited. And yeah, so anyways, as always, if you have not subscribed yet to my channel, please do so now, and then ring that bell so you can stay up to date on everything that I have coming up. And please like and comment. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.